Hello everyone, welcome to CryptoPi. In today's video, I want to address ask when, not where Bitcoin will bottom. Alright, what do we have here? It's a Bitcoin in USDT pair, and the green dashed line is 200-week moving average. If we look at historical data, we can notice one very clear pattern that whenever there was a flash crash, especially during the bear market year, that flash crash has been mitigated. What I mean by that is the price has always come to that region, that area. Over here, we had a flash crash. Let's start from the first proper cycle. We can switch on our distribution lines and accumulation lines. The time period between distribution line, which is the red one, and the accumulation line, we usually see Bitcoin's bear market. The flash crash, which happened, the first flash crash, which happened here after the distribution line, has been mitigated by the price. The price did eventually come down here. Second one over here, price did come down there. Third one, which was just before, a week before the price crossed the accumulation line, it got mitigated over here. Also before the price crossed distribution line, we saw a couple of crashes, flash crashes in 2013, and all of these regions here, every single one has been mitigated. Look at 2017. The first flash crash was over here, then over here. Both of them, they got mitigated. This was the first strong downtrend, then we had sideways movement, and then Bitcoin crashed another 30 to 50%, almost 50%. And here we had, in some sense, you might say a flash crash, and that also got mitigated. During the Corona crash, we had a crash here, and just a week after, it got mitigated. Same story in 2021. Over here in 2022, we had multiple of them. One of them was FTX, then it was Celsius, some of them was Luna. All of these crashes, the price basically went down under the region of the crash, and then price consolidated for a while before it started moving upwards. Until there was no consolidation in the price, there was no reversal. Over here, over this one, all of them. Look when the price started taking reversal, only when we stopped having these crashes. So here the flash crash was done, price consolidated for a while, for a couple of weeks, then we had the reversal and the bull market ran for another 3 years. We saw a flash crash, the first one in October, over here. And after this, there was some sense that, alright, this was a black swan event, and we will again start going to our bull market highs of 200,000. That did not happen because we had already crossed the price. The price had already crossed the distribution line. If it was here, so if you look at the February 24th, there was a flash crash. The price did go under the region of flash crash. And after some consolidation, it continued its bull rally. But since we had already crossed the price of the distribution line had been already crossed, we do not see price getting back into the bullish momentum after consolidation. Over here, we had another crash just a few weeks after the October crash. Here it was in November, then it was again in November, and then what we saw last week in February. The issue with these flash crashes is that if you look at social media, then almost everyone wants to catch the bottom. It's usually called falling knife. And the saying goes that avoid catching a falling knife. Basically, when the price is crashing, when there has been a lot of liquidation happening, it's not the best idea to think that here is the bottom and we will see a reversal soon. What if price goes like this way and then makes another crash? Just like it has happened over here. In this region, everyone thought over here that, alright, this is a short liquidation, and then it will start moving upwards. That didn't happen because price was already in the bear market area. Once you are in the bear market area, it's the best to avoid these flash crashes or taking a position at this stage. It's alright to have some limit orders when you are in bull run, and if your goal is to stay long, have some limit orders so that whenever there's a flash crash, a liquidation event, your entries are filled up and you can continue to ride the bull run. In case of bear market, that's not the best strategy. Now, the question of when will Bitcoin bottom can be easily answered by just looking at the patterns. So we have this distribution lines. Price always bottoms after it has crossed the distribution line. Here we saw a crash and price went to 106, I think. The low was 162. Over here, all right, we don't want this. Let's get back to our charts. Over here, price bottomed after it crossed the distribution line. All right, so we have here the year of 2015, price crossed the distribution line, it bottomed. Year 2018, price crossed the distribution line, it bottomed. Same thing happened in 2022. Now the bottoms happen during a specific time period. It's after price has crossed the distribution line and before price crosses the pre-election line. Pre-election line is simply the pre-election years. We have pre-election year 2011, 2015, 19, 23, and 2027. For this cycle, there are quite a few predictions that Bitcoin will take a reversal once it reaches 200-week moving average, which is around 58,000. Some predictions are saying it will reverse at 43,000. Some of them are saying 31,000. Now, one can always DCA at all these three levels, but if the goal is to go long, then DCA strategy when the price is going downwards is basically always going to be in loss. The average price will always be above the current price. So if one enters in the bear market to go long and doing a DCA strategy, then for quite a good time, the person stays in loss until the price reverses and starts going back up. So the best is not to ask where is the bottom. Then the question remains, when is the bottom? The bottom will most likely form when the price is in this region. It doesn't matter what the price is. What we have seen in previous cycle is that whenever price crosses the accumulation line and it bottoms out, and then before the pre-election line. So whenever price is in this region, it's time to DCA because that's when the probability of price having a reversal is the highest. That is the answer to when will Bitcoin bottom. Focus on this region. As per calculation for this cycle, the region is between 21st September and of course the December, so the last day of December, which comes down to fourth quarter of this year. That would be all for today's video. If you like the analysis, then do hit the subscribe button. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.